Welcome to Arkansas Wildlife. Deer season is just around the corner here in the natural state, but before everybody gets a shot, kids between the ages of 6 and 15 get first crack with the guns on the youth deer hunt. Last year we went out with Hunter Wyatt, the nephew of our very own Scottie Wyatt, on a youth deer hunt in South Arkansas. A little later in the show, we're going to take some deer into the kitchen and cook a venison backstrap with a technique called Sous Vide. And we talked a little bit about this on a previous episode, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth this week. And if you'll pardon the pun, show you how you can elevate your game. But first, with modern gun deer season fast approaching, we're still receiving a lot of questions about the new requirements for tagging and checking deer. Remember that if you check your deer immediately through your mobile phone, you don't have to tag it at all. But if you're not going to do that, of course you can use the paper tags on your license, or really any durable material such as one of these. Arkansas Wildlife is brought to you in part by Academy Sports and Outdoors. For all, for less. It's opening day of the Arkansas Youth Deer Hunt, and young Hunter Wyatt and his dad Michael are up early preparing for Hunter's first deer hunt.
We were up about, had my alarm set for about 5. Got up, my wife went in there and woke him up, and he hopped right out of bed. He was dressed before I was. He was excited. You ready to go, buddy?
Hunter is the nephew of Arkansas Wildlife's own Scottie Wyatt.
I've shot a lot of hunting videos for the show for the past few years, but this one, it's special to me. It's my nephew. It's his first deer hunt, and he's been looking forward to this day for a long time. We grew up in the outdoors as a family, hunting and fishing, so to document this and see Hunter on his first hunt is exciting for me. My brother's done a lot of prep work for this hunt. He's got feeders out, he's got the cameras out, he's been checking them. They're coming in, the deer are coming in consistently, and he really feels we're gonna have a successful hunt for Hunter's first deer hunt.
After getting prepped and ready, it was time to head out to the stand and settle in for the hunt. For a 6-year-old, time moves slowly in the deer stand.
Between 15 and 30 minutes with him, and then he's ready to do something else. A phone, or he likes to listen to YouTube videos, so he got to playing with the phone a little bit, and bought us a little more time. Kept asking, when are we going to go home? You want to go home? Is it time to leave yet? I told him we weren't going to leave until we had one. I've been watching the deer on the cameras about 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock. They start rolling in when they come in late. So I knew it was going to happen. So finally, around about 9 o'clock, I had a family come out with two yearlings. So we got him set up. Take your gun off the safety. Keep your hand off the trigger. Yes. You remember we gotta wait for it to go broadside, okay? Okay. All right, go ahead and get you an aim. Do not pull that trigger until it goes broadside. You could tell he was getting excited. Starting to shake a little bit.
Oh, I see him. I see him. He's still.
Just relax. They kept acting a little skittish around the deer feeder. I figured they were either smelling us a little bit or just that's how they get. They're smart. And we almost took a shot. It kind of had a bush in the way where he was. I really didn't want him to shoot through a little brush or anything. I wanted to have a good, clear shot for the first time. So they got spooked off. Of course, he wasn't leaving after that. He was excited. And sure enough, the family came back out at the other feeder. We got him set up on that side. I told him to take his time. We were going to get a shot on this one. So I told him just pick one out he likes.
Take your gun off safety. Oh, yeah. That's a perfect shot.
Breathe easy and squeeze that trigger gently. And he did. Finally got a shot. Went low. You can see the dust fly up behind it. So after the first shot, you could tell he was excited. He was shaking. His whole body was shaking.
You're not cold. You're just hyped up.
He said he was cold, but you know the difference between cold and being adrenaline rush.
If you missed it, it's okay, okay? Because we can try again later, all right? Can we go down now?
He was ready to get down right then and there. I knew we had to wait because there was a good chance that he went under it, he missed it. And if there was a chance they were going to come back out, we needed to just stay in the stand for a few minutes and give it a few minutes.
Just relax for a minute, okay?
I knew we'd get a second chance on that.
Coming up after the break, we'll see if Hunter will get another shot at his first deer. Arkansas Wildlife is brought to you in part by the Arkansas Game and Fish Foundation. Support wildlife and conservation education in the natural state. Become a member today. The opening day of the youth deer hunt didn't start well for young Hunter Wyatt. His first chance to tag a deer was a swing and a miss. But he wasn't giving up. This 6-year-old has been preparing for this day for literally half of his life.
He's been shooting guns since he was probably 3. And then 2 Christmases ago, we got him his first gun he actually hunt with.
Hunter is obsessed with hunting and fishing. This is all this kid wants to do. Since he could walk, he has been carrying around toy guns or fishing poles. He is very appropriately named.
To prepare him for all this, you know, my dad has painted a buck on some plywood so we could practice, scoping the target, going over where to aim, different distances, just to get him used to being able to bring the gun up, scope it, and aim, and initially fire.
Back up in the deer stand, it doesn't take long for Hunter to get a second chance. About 5 minutes to be exact.
Deer, 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 deer.
So at that point, I could just feel him. I was holding the back of his shoulder just to kind of brace him a little bit when he does shoot, and he's just shaking like a leaf.
He got that. You got it. You got that. Let's take yourself down. Woohoo! I think I shot his tail off. He went flying.
He got that one. That thing was doing all kinds of jumping. He got that second shot. He knew he hit it. I knew he hit it. And again, he was ready to get back down. I told him, no, just wait. You know, there might be another one to come out. This is why we stay relaxed and stay in the stand. Because if you miss, they can come back, okay? You think you...
On the second shot, they were confident Hunter had hit his mark.
We gave it a few more minutes, and then he couldn't stand it anymore, so we went ahead and got down and started doing the search.
Hunter's grandfather was waiting nearby and joined the search for his grandson's first whitetail.
We get out of the stand, and of course at that point, I think he's ready to run. Hold on, Hunter. Hold up. We keep telling him to hold on, just quiet. Let's walk out nice and easy. He ran out to the feeder. He looked around, didn't see it. I knew it had run off to the left. So we began our search for blood and see if we could see any signs of the deer just rustling through the brush. We tracked it for about 100 yards or better. You know, the deer running this way, so let's look for the next. At that point, I think we found the blood. So we started tracking a little blood. And then I kept looking off to the right a little bit, and sure enough, that little button buck, it started walking down, acting like it was wounded. He walked down into a ditch.
Oh yeah.
It's a big, deep ditch, and sure enough, I just said, okay, we'll hold up right here and let it. It's not gonna go anywhere. We'll just let it have its time, and then we'll go get it. As soon as I saw the deer wounded and knowing it was going down, it was great. Knowing he's been practicing, he's been wanting to go out there and shoot one. And
It was an awesome day. Hunter did great for his first hunt. I love seeing his excitement, getting his first deer. And this is just gonna be one of those memories that I'm gonna remember for a lifetime.
for his first hunt, the first morning of the youth hunt this year, to bring one home, he's excited and he's hooked, and I'm hoping he'll stay hooked. I've been hunting a long time with Dad, and growing up, all my brothers, we always hunt, fish, and I think it'll stick with him for the rest of his life.
1, 2, 3.
Today we're going to cook a venison loin or a backstrap with a method called Sous Vide. That's French for under vacuum. We're going to put the meat in a bag with some seasonings and cook it in this water bath. This is an Innova Precision cooker. It's going to get us to a precise temperature and keep it there. That is what's so great about this cooking method. Here's what I like about it. The meat shines in this. We're not covering it with a batter, stuffing it with anything. Very simple preparation: salt, pepper, a couple of aromatic herbs, some olive oil. That's it. We're going to get perfect doneness with this. That is the beauty of sous vide cooking, is that you really can't overcook it. This is going to keep the water at 135 degrees. The internal temperature of that meat is going to be slightly under 135, a medium rare to medium. And it doesn't matter if you've got a small end, a big end, it's all going to be precisely cooked. It's going to take about an hour and a half to do it, but I can leave it in there for 3 hours, and because we have such a precision temperature, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be perfectly cooked. I can walk away, I can do my side dishes, I can get the grill ready, because we're going to finish this thing on the grill to put some grill marks on it and get some nice browning on the outside of it. Sous vide cooking, a perfect way to cook wild game. You can't dry it out. That moisture stays in there and the flavor just out of this world. We'll season the backstrap with just some kosher salt and some pepper. Just get that on there. Really simple, but we want to put lots of salt and pepper on there. Get a good crusty flavor on the outside. Flip that over. A little more salt on this side. Don't be shy with that salt. Okay, got our food saver bag, and we're just gonna drop that back strap in there. Add a little bit of olive oil. This is more for flavor than anything else. A couple sprigs of rosemary and some thyme. That's all there is to it. Now we'll seal up the bag. We're all sealed up, ready to go. Drop this bag into the precision cooking vessel here. And that's all there is to it. Walk away, come back in an hour and a half. We'll be ready to throw it on the grill, put those marks on it, and we'll have a nice venison backstrap. The backstrap has finished with the sous vide cooking method. We've taken it out of the water bath. But here's the thing, when you cook this method, you have to brown the meat to finish it because you don't get that crust, that really, intense flavor on the outside. So we're gonna use the PK grill. You can use your skillet, you can use the broiler in your oven. We're gonna use the PK grill. Simple, throw it on there. We want it really hot, and we're just gonna give it probably, minute, maybe 2 minutes on either side till we get that good browning, nice grill marks. That's all there is to it. We'll be ready to eat. We've got a nice brown on the first side, so we'll turn it over. Yeah, nice and crispy there. Get that side browned. That side's about done now. Not as important when you have a smaller backstrap like this, but more so on a bigger one. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You also wanna turn it on the side. That's where the long handled tongs come in handy. So we get a good crisp crust all the way around it, not just on the flat sides. We wanna get those edges nice and crispy as well. It's nice and brown now. I think it's time to take it off and cut into it and see just how beautiful it's gonna be. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh, boy, look at that. It's a little more medium than I like, but some of the guys on the crew here prefer it medium. But it's gonna be so tender. Oh man, that's just beautiful. And there we go. We've got some nice roasted carrots and asparagus here. And there's your sous vide venison backstrap with roasted vegetables. For the moment of truth. Oh man, that is fantastic. Sous vide is a great way, well, let's just call it a game changer.
Arkansas Wildlife is brought to you in part by Arkansas's own PK Grills, maker of the new PK 360. The best and last grill you'll ever buy. Arkansas Wildlife presents the Watch and Win giveaway. During each episode of Arkansas Wildlife, we'll give away an Arkansas resident hunting and fishing license, a $35.50 value provided by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Visit the Arkansas Wildlife webpage at arkansaswildlife.com and click on the Watch and Win icon to enter. This week's winner is Billy Sparkman from Searcy. Congratulations and thanks for watching.